Hey everybody, welcome back to KO Cards. So, got a special deck profile for you today with the EX01 release in the US with the gift boxes. As you can tell, it's going to be a Diaboromon deck. Don't sleep on this deck with the EX01 format coming. It's amazing. Just, if you have the cards, just give it a try. Just give it a try. You'll love it. Alright, let's get into it. So jumping right into the deck profile, we're going to move with some eggs. We got 4 Sumimon. This is the BT1 or 1.0 Sumimon. It's your turn. When you have another Digimon with the same name, this Digimon gains 2000 DP. The DP bump is super nice and important, especially moving into a bond format. I think 4 eggs is fine. If you really want, you can play another Sumimon, or you can play the BT5 Sumimon, or even the Pagumon, or no, Sudamon, Pagumon, the black Pagumon. Gives you a little consistency. The BT5 Sumimon is okay, lets you draw cards when you attack, but this is the one I like because it's more of an aggressive spin on the deck. Then we got 4 of the best Caramon. This is for 3 play costs. You reveal the top 5. You get to add an Errata Sonata, which is your tamer choice of the deck, and 1 unidentified Digimon. So like almost all your cards in this deck are unidentified. If you play Diaboromon or you're a fan of Diaboromon, you know this. So trying to make the deck profiles a little bit more simplified. If you have any questions, comment down below, and we'll be more than happy to help answer some questions. This card is also quite broken. It's 4 of the 1.0 Caramon. It says when you play a Digimon that has the same name as this Digimon, you get to draw a card. It is not once per turn, so you will draw 3, maybe 4 cards off of this effect in a turn. If you have 2 of them, you're probably winning the game. It's definitely an amazing card. Check it out. Then we got 3 of this Caramon. I do enjoy the new Caramon from EX01. It's pretty good. It adds consistency in aggression, so that I find that to be somewhat helpful. For each other Digimon you have in play with the same name as this Digimon, it gets plus 1000 DP. So it's a way to build your stack high, to swing over like things like Jessamon or Bonds. It's good, and it's a Caramon. Final 2 rookies, we play 2 Chumon. Gotta have them. The memory control is super important. It's too good. It's too good to not play at least 2 of. I was thinking about cutting another Caramon or finding room for a 3rd Chumon, because I mean this demonic little Mickey Mouse looking guy, this Five Nights at Freddy looking guy, he's just too important. So definitely play at least 2. Moving on to the champions real quick. We got 4 of the best Kurisarimon. The inheritable effect really is what makes this card truly broken. The on play or the when digivolving effect definitely helps. So for 2 cost, you digivolve one of your guys into this guy, and if you don't have an Errata Sonata in play, you can play one from your hand. And then his inheritable effect is all your Digimon with the same name gain Rush. So if you have like 3 Erratas and you go into the Diaboromon and you tap your Erratas, you have like 3 extra attacks in 1 turn. So there's that. We got 3 of this Kurisarimon, 5 to play, 2 to digivolve. The only reason you play this is like your ideal one to go in the breeding area, in my opinion, early game. It's your turn. When you play another Digimon with the same name as this Digimon, you gain a memory. Again, not once per turn, just like the Caramon. So you can go in, if you have like 2 Erratas and you digivolve into the one that generates a token, you essentially digivolved into your Mega for free. So that happened. If they have Rush, you got 3 attacks, 4 attacks for free. Next we'll play 2 of the EX01 Kurisarimon. This card is very good. I'm not 100% sold that it's 100% necessary for the deck, but it is good. 4 to play is always nice. 2 to Digivolve, again, it's good for going in the breeding area. Your turn, when one of your Digimon with the same name as this Digimon is deleted, you can unsuspend it to, when the other Digimon is deleted, you can unsuspend this Digimon. Really cute combos with Decoy. When you attack the security with the Diaboromon, you can delete one of your tokens if you hit like a Gaia Force or something, and then you can unsuspend your Diaboromon and swing again with it. Also, a lot of synergy with Armageddonmon. Last champion of the deck is going to be 2 of the Kursarimon that gives all of your Digimon with the same name Decoy Blocker for black-white. This is the Box Topper. Very nice looking card. I dig it. It's Decoy is better than a lot of people give it credit for. It's not a broken mechanic. It's not as impactful as Blocker, but it is good. And in the right matchups, I definitely think you want to make sure you have at least 2 of this in your deck. We'll move on to the ultimates. This is where there's definitely a little bit of wiggle room as far as my testing has gone. Play 3 of the 1.0 Infamon. Again, a great Digimon to go into in the raising area. Its effect is your turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Diaboromon, you gain a memory, so you can essentially make it a 2-cost Digivolution into your Mega, which is always nice. We also play 2 of the new Infamon. Show that off a little bit for you guys that haven't got any EX01. I know there's scalping problems, there's distribution problems, but that is a pretty looking card. So during your opponent's turn, when they Digivolve into a Digimon that's 5 or higher, not in the breeding area, to the best of my knowledge, you'll gain a memory. So if you give them 3 by Digivolving into this, and then they Digivolve into their level 5 or their 6, and it costs 3, you'll gain that memory and it'll pass turn back over to you. So it is clutch. It's alright. I don't know if I want to bump this to 3 or if I want to bump this to 4. Just a little bit more testing. I got about 13 games in with this deck so far, but it's not bad. The main reason I like this card is all turns, all of your Digimon with the same name as this Digimon get 2000 DP. So another way to go tall. It's important to do. It is important to do with this deck, as you'll see here in a second. The last Infamon that we play is one of the BT5 Infamons. It has the ability to warp Digivolve from a Karamon for 4 memory, and then on deletion, for its inheritable effect, you can play a Diaboromon token. Free tokens, free tokens, free tokens. After you play like 2 or 3 games with this deck, you'll understand why free tokens are so cool. And then the only other cards that we play that are not unidentified are the Woromonzemon. The 2-cost Evo is always really nice, and if you're drawing bad or Digimon is Digimon and you just need to play an ultimate on your first turn, giving them 5 instead of 7 or 8 is always nice. Another clutch part about this card that I do enjoy is it is a play cost of 8, so it does get around Gwaltscharmer. So it's a horse apiece. If you don't like the Woromonzemons, maybe try some more of this Infamon or this Infamon. I enjoy them. I like them. Now the Playmakers of the deck. Your level 6 is the best Diaboromon in the deck. I will argue this foremost. You want to see this Diaboromon first, so you can start taking advantage of the board and just generating extra tokens so your other Diaboromons can come into play and have more value. I would consider bumping this to 4, but so far everything that I've found is 3 is good. 3 is good. So when you Digivolve, you play a Diaboromon token. If you got a couple of Radas out there, you play a couple more tokens. Pretty clutch. For the defensive aspect of the deck, we'll play 2 of the EX01 Diaboromon. Give that a quick show off. Beautiful. Not as beautiful as the alt art, but still a nice looking card. Security effect. When it's checked in security, you get to play a Diaboromon token. Bet you haven't heard that before. And his main effect is when he's on the field, all your Digimon with Diaboromon in its name gain blocker. So if you go this Diaboromon, you generate a token, tap an errata or two, now you got 3 Diaboromons. In the following turn, you can go into another Diaboromon, and now you have 4 blockers. And it's easier. It's easier than it sounds. It's easier than other decks function. And for the aggressive side of the deck, we play 2 of the promo Diaboromon. I know it's an expensive card. It dropped for a little bit, and now it's way back up there. If you're a Diaboromon fan, you probably got them. If not, you might want to start setting a couple bucks aside every paycheck until you can afford them if you want to play this deck, because it is necessary. It is necessary to pilot this deck at optimal efficiency. You need at least 2. I personally have 3. I'm choosing to run 2. I don't think 4 would ever be good. But this has the effect of your turn, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for every Diaboromon you have in play, including itself. So if you got 2 erratas, or you already went into him and you got like 3-4 Diaboromon, this guy can come in and swing for like 7 checks for 15,000-16,000. And it was like, it wasn't even intentional, it just happened that way. It's a good card. And then we'll throw the level 7s in here too. I'm sure it's no surprise. We're just playing 2 Armageddonmons. Card's nuts. Digivolves for 3 off of white or black. You can also delete a Diaboromon token to reduce the play cost of this card by 12, so 3. You'll have extra tokens, I promise you. And it has Rush, so it can attack the turn you play it. It also has all turns. When Digivolving effects of level 7 Digimon do not trigger. So he's protection against the BT1 Omni. He's an aggressor. He's 15k. You can try to mess around and play a 3rd Armageddon. I don't know if I personally would, but I'm enjoying him at 2. Let me know. Let me know what you guys are playing in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. I want to get some feedback on the Diaboromon. I haven't spent a lot of time playing the deck, but it's been fun for what I've been doing with it. Tamers, we got 4 of the boy Errata. Start of your turn, gain a memory if you have an unidentified in your trash, and then whenever you play it, whenever one of your Digimon digivolves into a Diaboromon, you can suspend it to play a Diaboromon token. So if you get 3 in play and it's not your game, your opponent will write it down on their calendar and be like, yo, I was playing against Diaboromon, they had 3 erratas in play, and I still got the game off them. This card is how your deck does what it does. Super strong, and being able to search it via the Caramon is super clutch. This Caramon's like a really whacked out version of Davis. Like, you look at 5 instead of 3, and then you get to grab a Digimon and a Tamer. Like, it's pretty good. The last of the Tamers that we play are 2 Analog Youth. I was gonna say Analog Boy because, you know, OCG, but Analog Youth is an amazing new card from EX01. It's probably going to be one of the most meta impacting cards. For 2 cost, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You add 1 Digimon. You add 1 Digimon from among them to your hand, and then you trash the rest. So you can, if you go into like an early game, you go into the Cursed Arimon, you play the Errata Sonata, then you can drop the Analog Youth and put 1 in your trash right away. So the following turn you can gain the extra memory. It essentially makes Analog Youth 1, and Errata was free. The clutch part about this card, though, is all turns, when one of your level 5 or higher Digimon is deleted, you can gain a memory and then hatch an egg to an empty nursery area, which is really nice, because then you don't have to wait the turn to hatch. You can. It's nice. It's super nice. Adds consistency. Like, the deck doesn't even need it, but it's good. It is good. And we got a couple of options. They're all one-ofs. This is another little bit of a flex spot. I'm kind of just nitpicking and trying to find the matches where they're truly most relevant, but I do believe you have to be prepared for everything, so that's kind of what we did here. We have Ultimate Flare for the decks that are trying to go wide. We have Catastrophe Cannon for the singleton decks that just try to go tall. It's 8 play cost to 4 play. You know, it's nice. This also generates a Diaboromon token, so always cool. And you know that there's security control out there, so 1 emergency program shutdown is really, really nice. Another new card from EX01 will show off. 3 to play. Your opponent cannot activate any option cards until the end of their next turn. And then the security effect, your opponent cannot activate any option cards for the rest of this turn, and then you add this card to your hand. And I mean, it has a drooling, sleepy Cherrymon on it. Why would this card not be broken? So it's one-ofs are tough, right? Especially if they're in your security and they're late in the security and you need them early or something. But the way this deck draws, I'm comfortable with just playing one-ofs for the first time in a long time. Primarily because of this Cherrymon right here. But that's the Diaboromon deck profile I got for you. I set up, got a couple extra Diaboromon tokens. I'm gonna commission my oldest into drawing. Kind of really excited to see what she's gonna be doing with that. Her art skills have been coming a long way quite fast, and yeah, I appreciate the view. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, do all those cool YouTube things, help out the algorithm, help the channel grow, I would greatly appreciate it. And if Diaboromon is a deck that you are interested in playing in the EX01 format and you'd like to share some thoughts, you know, let me know. I am more interested in this deck than I thought I would be. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay healthy. Until next time, good luck on your packs. Hopefully y'all had a good holiday, and we'll be around. We got an interesting purple deck, depending on what testing shows we'll be doing a deck profile for. We got Gabubon, we got Jessamon, and we also have a Lord Nightmon deck coming up next. LK